Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Pitch Invaders podcast. In this episode, we'll cover the demise of Cole Palmer FC. We're going to cover Michael Merino, the new hero for Arsenal, and move over Moses because there's a new Prince of Egypt, and his name is Omar Marmoush. My midfield is stacked.
Nah.
It took a couple injuries, and now I need a midfielder. I think Ethan Nwaneri belongs on my team, okay? I called him out to be the, look out for this player this season. True. Okay? And
you had another Liverpool guy, too, Nione or something. You called a Liverpool guy out, too.
Who's that?
Never mind. I thought you did when preseason, but that was ages ago.
Who's Nione? Do you know him?
I do.
It's your team. I
do know him.
What are you talking about?
You don't know him. Okay, that's fine.
To be honest, when I go to the waivers, I never look for Arsenal players. Even with all the injuries,
Saka was just there.
And I even know that
we picked up Saka,
but because Saka is on top of the list, so I just picked him, and I thought he was coming back from injury. But honestly, I never thought of picking up Mikel Merino or Ethan Nwaneri. For some reason, I never thought about it.
I tried to get Miles Lewis-Skelly because I was like, ooh, an Arsenal defender would be great, but he's labeled still as a midfielder, which is stupid.
Yeah.
So
anyway,
we're recording.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay.
All right.
I like that candid.
Keep it candid.
Get us started.
So are we... Hello?
Hello. What's up?
What's up, guys? What's up, guys?
Happy Tuesday.
How you guys doing today?
Good, man. It's been a while.
Missed you guys.
Dude, I don't even remember the last time.
It's been 3 weeks.
I missed you guys.
3 weeks.
I missed you too.
Missed you too.
Amir, you've been basically all over the planet.
The continent, really.
I'm ready to stay home.
Yeah.
Glad there's snow tomorrow.
Yeah.
West Coast, world.
Yeah.
You went across the pond, as they say, and then you went across the United States.
Yeah.
Which one was better?
Neither.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
The traffic is terrible in both places.
All right, well, we got a great show prepared for you guys today. We want to talk about the Big Six clubs.
Yes.
Where do you guys want to start?
Chelsea.
Yeah, please.
Really?
Thank you. Yes.
Start from the worst.
No, they played Friday.
Why are you calling Chelsea? It's Cole Palmer FC, isn't it?
Cole Palmer FC. Not anymore. He's not even available. Present.
I think I have
That's
a
the
new
point.
name for them.
Non-existent.
That's the point right there.
But I have a new name for them.
What is it?
Nicholas Jackson FC. Because you saw that drop since Nicholas Jackson.
You blame it on Jackson?
I don't know. I don't know if that's more Jackson is good or Nkuku is bad.
They had 0 shots on target.
Yeah.
Chelsea against Brighton.
I blame it on them getting rid of Felix and what was the other?
Felix.
And Mark Gooey or whatever.
Yeah.
And they got rid of some
bad
players.
investment. Bad investment for sure.
They did move some players and not replace them, but to me, I know I've said it a bunch of times before, but to me, they go as far as Cole Palmer takes him, and I think he's in a dip in form, which he's earned a dip in form.
He doesn't have his best friend.
Who's his best friend?
Nicholas Jackson.
You really think Nicholas?
They had something going on.
They had something going on.
Yeah, but I'm even but Cole Palmer individually is not playing well as of right now. I wouldn't say that Nicholas Jackson had been there before then. He wasn't that good.
But with Cole Palmer, pairing him with Cole Palmer, they
a good duo.
had a good.
So you think this is like a Mateta Eze situation? Like Mateta, if you have Mateta in fantasy, which I've had him a couple times, he does nothing unless Eze's on the field. Nothing.
Yeah.
So
I think so.
Dude, 3-0 though. What a poor result.
Did you guys see that Matoma goal?
Yeah, dude.
Matoma's.
I'm surprised he's still at Brighton.
Why?
Fantastic goal.
Yeah. Why are
you
he's a gem.
I'm glad he didn't go to Saudi because if he had left,
he could be great for Barcelona, man. He seems like a Barcelona
couldn't
kind of
handle
player.
the weather in Saudi Arabia. I don't think he can handle that.
He seems like a Barcelona player, though.
Barcelona-esque. Barca would not go for a non-Spanish player.
They were trying to go for him, right?
You know what's funny is that the team that he'd most likely go to if he left Brighton is Chelsea. Chelsea just buys Brighton players.
They don't have Asian. I mean, no offense to Asian. I don't think has Chelsea ever had an Asian player?
I don't know if they've ever had an Asian, but they have 10 Brighton players on their team.
Can't think of one.
I can't think of one Asian player that has played in Chelsea, but I can think of one that has played in Liverpool, several in Liverpool, several in Manchester United, Spurs. Those are Asian kind of destinations. Manchester City never had an Asian.
Never had an Asian.
Well, we have
Samir Nasri doesn't count.
Yeah, that's true.
Kusanov
counts, doesn't he?
Kusanov counts.
That's Eastern.
Wait,
Asia.
no, that's Eastern Europe.
That doesn't count. Yeah,
I think that's
Uzbekistan?
that's a real stretch.
that's Eastern. Wait, I don't know.
I don't think they counted. No, I think they're Asia.
They're part of.
They're just in the AFC
They were
tournament.
part of
That doesn't
Russia in World War II.
Right.
Wait, I have no idea.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're Asia because I think Kazakhstan is Asia.
Actually, no, yeah.
So if Kazakhstan is Asia, then Uzbekistan's got to be Asia
I say Samir Nasri is the closest guy you guys had to looking like an Asian.
because he looks Asian.
But yeah, back to Chelsea. They did not. They're not. Such a big dip in form that I was surprised, and I don't know what their solution is, guys.
They lost twice to Brighton.
Asian.
Central Asia.
It is Central Asia.
Kazakhstan,
Uzbekistan.
Yeah.
Uzbekistan. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it was part of Russia also.
yeah.
So
I'm not counting him as
That's
as
Asian,
one of
dude.
them. Yeah, it's that's like calling Australia Asian,
Australia is its own continent, Max.
but they play in the Asian.
No, they play in the Pacific, whatever, don't they?
Do they Oceanic?
Oceanic, whatever.
Oceanic,
Yeah.
Yeah,
all right,
maybe
we
you're right.
we drifted.
It's okay to drift over.
I'm sorry. Like, Chelsea just lost to Brighton twice. So Brighton is
Fake
their
Cup
father.
fan.
They have all their money, and they've beaten them twice.
Yeah.
They didn't just beat them. Like,
They're their father.
Chelsea had no creativity the whole game, and Brighton was all over them. I mean, if Brighton had better finishing, they could have won this more. But yeah, I didn't expect such a big dip in form. And there's not. It's not like they have a drastic amount of injuries. I mean, even before when Jackson got injured, they were still struggling for a while, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the defense is
Yeah, the defense is bad.
terrible.
And
They probably okay.
What's the
Sorry
problem?
to jump ahead, Amir, but who's got the worst goalkeeper in the Premier League?
from the top like teams,
20 teams. Who's got the worst goal? I really think it's Chelsea.
No, I mean I'd probably go somewhere
Who's worse?
near the bottom, right? The
well, I
Southampton.
Have you seen how many mistakes Sanchez has? He's made like 6 mistakes this year.
don't know
Led to
who's
goals.
worse, Sanchez or Onana, to be honest.
Onana's really bad too.
Yeah.
That is true.
But I think if you look at mistakes, if you look at like
Yeah.
save percentage, I remember reading something about like the deep metrics. He's like bottom of the league. So he's got no confidence. He's making mistakes left and right. I can't remember the last time Chelsea had a clean sheet.
And this guy was a
He's-
former Brighton player.
Yeah,
That's-
of course.
that's
They're,
crazy.
they're all former Brighton players.
you think
Caicedo, Cucurella, they're all former
What are they
you
doing?
think you leave Brighton to go to Chelsea, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden
Step
Brighton is
up?
better.
No,
Yeah.
he was never meant to step up.
Yeah, and then they got Jorgensen to kind of be his understudy, but what they need like an actual.
Why wouldn't they get a goalkeeper even on loan? Like, is that not? Do people not loan goalkeepers? I mean, I would have.
Arsenal loans goalkeeper. They have Neto from.
I would have thought that they would have gotten somebody Chelsea.
Who's available? I can't think of a single name.
I don't know, man, but
Let's just hope they keep him because I want us to get that Portuguese goalkeeper Diogo Costa. I want us to get him. Don't want Chelsea to get him. So,
Really?
Yeah, let's keep it like that. Yeah.
Another Porto player? Or no, we
think he plays for Porto.
Nico Gonzalez was from Sporting, not Porto.
Gonzalez, Nico's from Porto.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, he's from Porto. Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah.
We have good chemistry.
yeah.
you guys are
We
Portugal.
drifted again.
Yeah. All right. So, I mean, back to this game, though. I mean, I looked at the highlights. Levi Colwell, did you guys see the goal that Danny Welbeck kind of like shoved him a little bit?
Yeah.
He fell like a sack of potatoes. Didn't get up.
Well-
He just argued to the ref, and they turned around and scored a goal.
Welbeck has a fire season.
Yes, I did. That's
pathetic.
That was so frustrating.
He's pathetic.
Get up. No, he didn't. He did. He literally
Just
got up
laid on the-
slowly.
correct.
And the attack continued. And then he's like,
Yeah.
oh, "Okay, I'm going to try to run back." And then he barely got to the ball by the time the guy shot it. I was like, "If you got up right away, yeah, that was frustrating."
This team getting rid of Thiago Silva and Conor Gallagher, it feels like
they got
they
rid of
lost
all their
soul.
leaders.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like
No, but
when
that-
you watch the team. Who's the leader? Who's the leader on this team?
That goal and seeing like Colwell do that just showed me a lack of desire. Like I just saw that and I was like, if a team is hungry, if all the players are like, all like, okay, no, I need to go back. We're all in the same zone together. Then that doesn't happen. But the fact that a player stays on the ground, complains, like lacklusterly goes back, that feels like the whole fitting room is like that.
But I feel like it's so temporary because 2 months ago they were Like they were cruising. They were in second place.
Maybe
they
it
were
was
winning.
just
There's no pressure
surprising.
on them. Amir, there's no pressure on them then. They were just kind of like just
Yeah.
going through the motions and winning games, and look at us, this young team. Nobody expects anything of us. Then all
Yeah.
the talk about, oh, is this a title challenge? Is this
Exactly.
a top 4 challenge? And now they're crumbling.
Well,
Yeah,
go.
sorry, I feel like they're just trying to find the excuse. Like Cole just complaining to the ref is just like finding an excuse because he in his head probably or the team is thinking like we're not that bad because we were up there at one point of
Yeah.
the season. All of a sudden, this is happening. It must have been some kind of like an outside factor, but that's not true. Like I feel like
I was gonna ask so Maresca's in the hot seat, isn't kind of like I've been reading like news
Really?
articles about that.
no way,
What do you guys think? Do you think that's like stupid?
no way.
I mean, he's had really bad form in the past
Had pretty bad form.
2 months.
If he's
And to keep in mind, this is Chelsea. Chelsea's infamous for firing coaches.
If
Do you think that like the problem is him because there's not injuries? We can't do what we're doing Postecoglou where we're like, no, he's injuries and it's that's the reason. This comes down to his team is out of form and it's not because of injuries.
But he has shown that he can do something. Like why? It's still his first season. Like I would say, this is like a test season for him, and to me, as like I'm a neutral person.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the best coaches. At least he's performing a lot better than other people.
Do you think he's bringing the best out of all the players right now, or is it so focused and like central around Palmer that all the other players are not growing to their full potential?
I feel like he's done a great job with the attack. Maybe the defense, they're still working on it, which can take a couple of months. In my opinion, like I feel like we, the fans, were so spoiled to just say like because of a they perform in like 2 months or 6 weeks and he's in the hot seat. This is.
I mean, I agree.
I don't know. This is just like insane to me.
I'm neither here nor there with Enzo Maresca. To me, if he ends up not being the guy, it wouldn't shock me. But if he ends up being the guy, I don't think he's a revolutionary coach. He's just kind of, he could be a decent coach or he could not be the guy.
Yeah.
I think the problems go much more beyond the coach. I think it goes to who appointed the coach.
The management.
The amount of money they've spent on this team and creating a very talented team that doesn't have any leaders or veteran leadership.
Yeah.
Or guys that can mentor. I mean, remember, I know we're picking these moments in a vacuum because they're losing. Obviously, winning solves all. But you guys still remember when they were fighting over that penalty last year? You know,
Which penalty?
remember that, Nicholas Jackson grabbed the ball
Yeah.
because he wanted to take the penalty.
Oh, yeah.
And Medjuaki's in the middle. And then we have the Levi Colwell thing where he just like complains to the ref and he's not getting up.
That's
So
children. If there was a leader,
bunch
he'd
of
push all of them
emotional-
out and slap them.
There's a bunch of emotional immaturity on this team. So I don't know if I can put that on the coach, but do I think that the coach is going to be the answer to all? I don't know. I'm neither here nor there with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I agree. I don't think there's any reason to fire him right now. He's done enough in the beginning of the season to prove that he deserves time. But I don't know. Chelsea's infamous for getting rid of coaches like this.
If you fire him, you're making him a scapegoat. That's all you're doing.
Remember when they fired Thomas Tuchel?
Yeah.
And like that was for me that was the stupidest decision
Even
ever.
firing Pochettino was stupid to me. I thought
After
he's a good coach.
after a rising performance
Yeah.
too.
But that's what Chelsea does. That's their business strategy.
They're in sixth place right now. I mean, we were talking about a team that was like in 12th and 10th place in the past few seasons.
And he even said that. He said,
Yeah.
"I'm in his interview. I don't remember last post-match interview. He said, like we're doing better than we expected. Like we weren't meant to be in the European football
Exactly. So-
next season. That wasn't the goals that the management gave
Maybe
me.
that kind of talk is rubbing off on the players, though.
Yeah,
Is that not possible?
Well, it's setting realistic
low expectations
expectations.
is not good though, right?
I mean, if you remove the pressure from a player, they're supposed to play better.
Yeah.
But
We'll see. I mean, they look horrible. I don't see their defense getting any bad. I mean, their defense is going to continue being bad like this rest of season. There's nobody's
Yeah.
going to come in and save them. So
yeah,
they just got to buckle up for a very bumpy ride and hope they can do enough to qualify for Europe of some kind.
I think that they'll be in some kind of European league, but I don't know if they'll get in Europa. To be honest,
I still think once Cole Palmer gets out of this rut he's in, they're going to be good again.
Yeah.
I really think he's the engine of that team. So we'll see.
Well, who's next?
Tottenham? Tottenham?
Tottenham.
Or did you guys want to go to the team even further below?
Manchester United. I was looking at that.
They play each other, so I guess
Let's start with Manchester.
combined.
What'd you guys think of that match, though? Tottenham, Man United. What'd you think?
Watching Manchester United live
Yeah.
taught me a lot of things about this coach, and I lost. From that night when I watched that game live, even though Manchester United beat Fulham, I have no faith in Ruben Amorim.
Yeah.
Zero.
Dude, did you look at the lineup? This team is hard.
Players out of position, players not understanding the tactics. I don't even think he knows what he's doing. He looks so desperate on the touchline.
Yeah.
This is not like a coach that can lead a team as big as big. Quote, quote,
Yeah, that's a big stand. I don't know.
Big as
about-
Manchester United.
Yes.
They lack creativity. This attack is disgusting. Hoyland, Xerxes, Garnacho, 3 players out of form, and I mean from the top down. Huh?
I'm sorry. I'm gonna. To me, and I know I'm the guy that's kind of like chirped him up a little bit in the past, so I hope I don't come off as biased. But watching that game, I thought Xerxes was their only decent player.
Even on the wing, he was playing out of position.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was, and especially in the second half, he was getting by their players. He's like a true footballer. He's got moves to him. I know he's a tall guy, so people think just get in the box and be like Fellaini, right? But he's got some skills to him. I think he could.
It's funny.
I don't
they
think he
wanted to
can
get
play-
rid of him.
I don't think he can play as your out and out striker. I don't think he's your Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Or
Even looking at the
Did you look at
starting
the bench?
lineup, the bench. I don't.
The bench
even
has
know.
one senior player.
they finally have a bunch of injuries.
Yeah, they have one senior player, and the rest of the bench is under 20s.
And that senior player we're talking about,
Lindelof.
And
yeah.
I'm not giving them any slack for that because, like, if we're going to be fair, Tottenham's been dealing with a major injury crisis the last 2 months.
Yeah.
Man United just had their injury. They just lost Ahmad for the season. Mason Mount is like out of the picture.
Lisandro Martinez was a big hit. Too.
Those are probably the only 2 players that I saw play better under Amorim was Lisandro and Ahmad. And they're both out for the year. So that's a big loss, but I'm not really gonna.
It's not like Tottenham were like way better.
No, definitely not.
The goal that they got was just rebound essentially.
James Madison.
Yeah, it was just a rebound goal.
Take
But
that,
I mean,
George Kyrgios.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know.
You know what really stuck out to me? Seeing Rashford play really good with Aston Villa and seeing Anthony
Yeah.
go crazy for Real Betis shows me that the problem is the team completely.
Is it the team?
The fact that Anthony can go to Real Betis and score and Rashford can look amazing and almost score from a free kick.
So, who would you blame? The team, the manager, or like the
whole foundation?
the club.
We said it before. They're rotten to the core, man.
Yeah.
They're rotten to it. But you guys are sugarcoating something. What are we just going to sit here and give Garnacho a pass? Did you see the miss he had?
I didn't.
It was one of the worst sitter misses we have ever seen this season. It was the craziest thing. He had a wide open goal. He had time on the ball, and he skied it.
Wow.
Kind of like a Raheem Sterling.
It was a
versus
Raheem
Leon.
Sterling.
Oh gosh.
Against Leon, it was. Oh my God, that's such a thank you,
that
Amir.
brought a lot of.
Yeah, see, that is a
Do you
perfect
remember-
comparison.
Champions League nights.
Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, what's up, guys? Garnacho, what's up?
They need to get rid of him, man.
Why? I
sick
thought he
of
was
him.
good.
He was.
What?
Yeah,
When?
they definitely
What?
definitely could have done him a favor by letting him go to Napoli.
Or
Yeah.
Chelsea. They
He
should
would
have
do
sold
good
him
on
down to
alone.
Chelsea.
I think alone would help him because maybe he's the kind of player that would go to Serie A and get 8 goals.
Like what Anthony's doing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
You're probably right, honestly.
This
That
team
Man U
is-
team. I'm looking at like the formation.
Yeah.
Casemiro was back. Like, come on, guys, for real.
So for I try to do a bit of a deep dive because I'm really enjoying what's happening to them. And so apparently, Ruben Amorim is a kind of a system manager. He plays a 3-4-3, I believe.
Okay.
This is the formation he played with Sporting, and he's tried to implement that system here in the Premier League. The problem with 3-4-3, in my opinion, when I'm watching it, is it's fine if you've got really good center backs and especially really good holding midfielders. They have neither of those things.
Yeah, really.
Okay, so it's making it difficult for them to not concede. I think if you're him, you got to be a little bit more adaptable to the Premier League. The speed of the Premier League is different, man. And I'm not going to say my fear, because again, I'm enjoying what I'm seeing from them. But my fear would be is that, before I said we can't really count anything for the season. He doesn't have the players that he needs to implement his system. We need to give him time. He needs to get his players, and then we'll see if he's actually a good manager or not.
Yeah.
But my fear is that if you suck so bad this year, why would the Glazers or whoever's running Man United now, why would they give him a checkbook to go buy players if you lead this team to 15th, 16th place?
Yeah.
I'm not giving you any money. So you need to prove that you can actually do something this year for me to even put the trust in you to let you go get the players you want. So that's where he has to adapt a bit.
I just feel like this team is part of the reason they're so broken is because they continue to change managers, and there's no time to establish a philosophy, like a I don't know, you know what I mean? The fact if there's turnover rates every single year or twice a year, like the team is going to continue to be like this broken.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they have to, they picked him, they put trust in him, they have to just leave him there, right? Or am I, I don't know. I don't think they're going to help themselves by getting rid of him.
I think with the formation, like the 3-4-3
Which I agree
that he's
with
trying
that,
to implement, and looking at how he plays and the way he reacts to the players on the field, I think he should go. Probably he should probably go as soon as possible for his own sake.
I still have faith in him.
I don't know.
I
don't see a 3-4-3 working in the Premier League in general.
Who knows, man?
You got to have midfielders that can run, man. This is midfield. Like, if you're running a 3-4-3 and you got, like, Casemiro
that's not going to work.
There is no... I personally don't think there is a point of running a 3-4-3 in the Premier League, because most teams are going to try to possess the ball against you. And if other teams are possessing the ball, there is really no point of you playing the 3-4-3, because you're never going to have it. With the versatility between attack and defense that he's trying to implement, you're never going to have that.
And I feel like you're asking Maguire to cover too much ground. And
exactly.
At this stage of his career, he's just not the guy that can do that.
Like, if other teams are like possessing the ball or they're countering, you're gonna in a 3-4-3, it's gonna require that one of your defenders is gonna be out of position all the time.
Yeah.
Especially that he runs with both like the left back and right back, or right wing back and left backs. They are always like inverting or going to like a striker position. So that means on a counter one of the defenders have to be out of position to cover for the play, like the other team's player that's gonna get that second, like that ball from like the keeper or defenders, which means it leaves you even more behind, because these guys are, by the time they recover, there's a huge gap. And
it's funny you mentioned that, because when I was watching that game, I saw Patrick Dorgu, the new left wing back that they got, do a lot of that, like go forward, and I don't remember who the center back was behind. Maybe De Ligt. Someone just like huffing and puffing. He's got so much ground to cover.
Yeah, someone has to be out of that defensive line to just cover like whoever is going to get that ball.
That's dumb. Yeah,
it's not going to work.
Yeah.
You guys want to go to Spurs? I think we talked enough about
Vicario's back.
Vicario, man, man, he was made.
They got 3 players back.
They got a lot of players back.
Vicario, and then they got on the bench.
He was on the bench. Brennan Johnson.
How did that? I didn't watch the game. How did that new defender Danso look?
He looked good.
He looked good.
He looked good. I mean, he is coming in and doing a job for them. I think he's going to be a solid. I don't think he'll be an every week starter. Well, I mean, you never know. I mean, Christian Romero hasn't been on this team.
I'd like to see him starting ahead of Romero, to be honest.
So you might see Van de Ven and
him and Van de Ven,
yeah. If you ask me, I think Jed Spence is the. If I'm putting a team sheet together for Tottenham, he has to be the first name on the list.
Really?
He was their best player, and he is
ahead of Udogie, right? Udogie's his spot.
Well, I mean, Jed Spence is actually a right back, and Udogie's a left back, but Jed Spence was playing left back because Pedro Porro was the right back.
Yes.
Udogie's injured, but if it were me and everybody's healthy, Pedro Porro's sitting on the bench, and I'm starting Jed Spence in his natural position at right back, and
Udogie was back on the bench that game.
Yeah,
he was.
So you might start seeing some fluctuation with.
I hope not. Jed Spence has been proven, like you said, proving that he's
been really good, man.
It's good. It's good to see the players back in this team.
Yeah, now we're going to see what they're actually.
Yeah, exactly.
You got Madison back now. Brennan Johnson was back. Odebear was amazing in that game.
Yeah.
He brings pace.
I hate to say it because he's one of my favorite players in the Premier League, but I think the sun is setting for Youngmin's Son.
I've been saying
I
that.
think so.
It's time for him to go.
Makes
man.
me sad, man.
But no, I mean, he's good, but I just think it's time for him to leave this team.
He was so ineffective in that game.
Really?
Yeah, he was so ineffective. And as much as we're dumping on Man United, they had a bunch of amazing opportunities to score. This wasn't a game where, like, Tottenham dominated them.
Yeah.
You know, they just were a little bit more favorable in terms of, like, getting better.
They had more chances for sure.
So,
yeah.
But, Tottenham, man.
Let's see. And now I can't give him any more excuses about the, injuries. But what do you guys think about Mateus Tell?
He stunk in that game.
Was he okay?
Yeah, he stunk.
From Bayern Munich, right?
Is that his first game?
That was his
No, it's
first
not his-
start.
It was his
No,
first
he
start,
started in the FA Cup. But
Okay.
Yeah, it was his first Premier League start, though.
yeah.
He stunk in that game, but there's potential. I'm not going to.
He got a goal against Aston Villa.
Yeah, he
in the
did.
FA Cup. So
But this was the game where both teams were fighting for Mateus Tell in the transfer window. So
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to see Tell.
I have high hopes for him. I think he's going to be a good player. I think
He's just on loan though.
he's on loan. Yeah, but I mean, he's a good. What's the word I'm looking for? Like a mark player. Like they'll pass him the ball. He can hold it up, and
Yeah.
he's got some speed. Yeah.
He's a good player. Bad debut in that game, but I think he can be something. Yeah.
Okay, so are these teams going to both get out of relegation? Where are they? 12th and 15th. Okay.
They're lucky that the teams below them are so much worse. Like Man United's got a 12-point cushion on Ipswich. So
Wow.
they're lucky. They're not gonna. Man United's not getting relegated, obviously, but
Tottenham's, they can't even make it to the Europa
the
League.
only wish that I have, and I don't think it's gonna happen. It's not realistic. But how hilarious would it be if Ruud van Nistelrooy had Leicester finish ahead of Man United?
That would be
like the
amazing.
irony of that.
Yeah.
Because Ruud, what did he manage? 3 games, and he went undefeated. He won.
Yeah.
I think he won 2 and tied 1. So the irony of Ruud not getting the job at Man United and taking Leicester, who was below Man United, and moving them ahead of Man United.
That'd be
would
the best story ever.
greatest thing ever for my soul. So,
Trade managers.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Where are we going to next, boys?
You guys done with Tottenham?
Yeah. Are we talking about City or are we talking about Liverpool first? Which one?
Let's
Which
talk
one
about
deserve
Liverpool.
or Arsenal? We didn't talk about Arsenal, did we?
Let's save Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about Liverpool.
Liverpool.
They had 2 games, right?
Yeah.
What did you guys do? You tied 1 and then won the other barely?
Dude,
You bums.
97th minute goal.
Tarkowski.
Man, I was really worried we were going to tie that next
That was
game.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It was
Well deserved for Everton.
Good for
No, man.
Yeah, well, not well. Yeah.
The only reason I
Everton. Good for
them.
Moise.
Good for them.
the only reason I was like, you know what, it was okay because
It's the last
that was their last game in
the
Merseyside.
stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, take it. But it was so frustrating to watch as a fan, as a Liverpool fan. We were that close, and we wasted. Listen, this game and the past game against Everton, we were not playing at our best in either game.
Yeah.
But we took the chances. We got 2 goals in both games, and for me, the fact that we can play pretty crappy and still manage to win. We didn't win against Everton last minute, but we played really bad, and we still won. So that to me shouts champion worthy. Like when you're having a horrible off game and you still manage to win. I mean, the Wolves game was so scrappy, and players were getting in arguments.
You guys almost tied.
We almost tied, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like I said, it was down to the wire. I was watching the game, biting my nails to the end. So I don't know. I'm just the games. We got the goals that we needed. There's still obviously some gaps and stuff there, but I think part of the reason is because of the tight schedule that we've had the past 2 weeks.
For sure.
Games every 3 days took a little bit of toll.
What would you guys have done without Mo Salah this
Nothing,
year?
man. Nothing.
The
I
amount
told
of
They'd be Arsenal.
assists, not even Arsenal.
assists, goals,
Number-
creativity,
yeah,
everything.
Yeah.
Like with everything, his numbers are crazy.
He leads even if the
23 and
numbers
14
aren't
now in the Premier League, right?
assists.
23
honestly,
goals, 14.
I lost
Yeah, that's right.
I lost
14
track,
assists.
but
Yeah.
he contributed for 40 something goals in 20 games or something.
Yeah.
Like
He's
insane.
our key man. We can't do anything without that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this game proves that we we're up there and we're willing to fight for this, and I think we can win it.
You guys need 8 more wins.
I'm disappointed with some of the defense.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed. I'm still really disappointed with Alexander-Arnold. I'll be honest. In the game, I don't know, was it the goal that they scored? He's sometimes, and I continue to see this in games.
On Everton or Wolves?
In the Wolves game. Sometimes I still continue to see him, like, he doesn't run back. He doesn't, like, follow the run, block the player. So the goal that, this goal that went in, it was a cross from his side. And I don't remember what he just, like, kind of threw a leg to try to block the cross. And then, and it was a goal. Like, he just let the player run him, do him. And so, like, this happened several times. I'm probably explaining it horribly. But my point is, he didn't stick to his man. He let him run by him. And then he let the cross go when he could have easily just tried to block it. And that cross led to a direct goal. So it's happened several times. And I still feel like he's not 100% committed. And I think his mind is already in a different city. And I don't know. I don't see that with the other players like I do with him.
But this is him in general, right? This is not a new thing for him.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't see him riled up. I don't see him, like, screaming to the fans, like,
Yeah,
like,
the passion
it's not
in him
the
is
same.
gone.
The passion is not there. And it shows in his play. Like, if you let a player just run by, like, you have that extra step, that half step that's not there anymore because you don't have the motivation. I haven't seen that half step, like, ahead anymore.
Yeah, I think he's set. He's leaving in the summer anyway.
Which is annoying, man. Help your team win the league and then do whatever you want. But, like, give it 100%. He's given 80%.
I don't think Real Madrid are going to be happy with the signing him. I have to be honest.
Who do they have now? Who's the right back?
They
had Carvajal. But
Carvajal is injured.
He's old anyway.
Lucas Vazquez is injured.
Yeah,
So
they had Valverde playing right.
They need
last
him.
game.
They need him.
I think defensively he's going to. I mean, he's a very talented player.
Going La Liga. It's not really that.
Yeah, but Real Madrid already have a porous defense.
He's going to block Anthony on the right.
Real Madrid doesn't need help scoring goals, guys. Like they don't need a right back to come in there and do a bunch of amazing diagonal passes.
Real Madrid is known for their fullbacks like Marcelo, Carvajal. Like they're the kind of players that run down the wings and cross.
Marcelo days, you had Sergio Ramos in the
center back.
What was the other guy's name that went to Man United?
Pepe.
No,
went to Manchester United.
Yeah,
Varane.
Yeah. You had Sergio Ramos and Varane as your center backs, like next to him that are more solid defensively. They don't really have that now. So
it's something about wearing that Madrid shirt.
Yeah,
I don't buy into that bullcrap, dude. I'm sorry. I don't buy into that bull.
I hate Madrid.
Screw them, dude.
Sorry,
something about what are you talking,
dude?
What are you talking about, dude?
Players like there's a switch in the player's head.
He's gonna all of a sudden start defending.
Bale playing goal.
They're gonna have to get a new man. We've shifted the conversation to Real Madrid. That's how talented this team is. Jesus. All right.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah. Liverpool.
Like I said, I agree with you. I'm frustrated with him.
I agree with you though about the team.
And when who's our other right back? I'm blanking.
Connor Bradley.
Connor Bradley. He came on and he played so much better.
Yeah, he's got something to prove.
He's a youngster.
He's a youngster, but like the passion is there. That's the big thing I saw. He ran his heart out to block a slide.
Endo played really good too.
Endo played good. Kwanzaa had a game. He stopped one of the. It could have been a goal.
The passion is there.
Kwanzaa is good. I mean,
he makes mistakes.
This is more of a compliment to Van Dijk. But like when Kwanzaa is subbing in for Van Dijk, I've noticed he stinks. But when he subs on next to Konate and he's next to Van Dijk, he looks amazing.
Konate looks good because of Van Dijk.
Van Dijk just makes everyone around him so much better.
For sure.
Yeah.
No, there's been rumors that Konate is going to leave to PSG next season.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And honestly, I'm not really that sad about it. Maybe I'm different than other Liverpool fans because I'm okay with losing players that aren't 100% committed to Liverpool. Sure. I've got that mentality from Klopp because Klopp was like, if they don't want to play for Liverpool, then we don't want to buy them.
Right.
I remember he said that like earlier in his career.
Pep is like that too with City. Yeah.
I don't want if a player is not committed, get them out. So if Konate wants to go to PSG, get him out and get somebody else. If Arnold wants to leave, get him out. But if Salah wants to stay, why the hell are you not giving him a contract?
Yeah.
Keep the players that want to stay.
Any updates?
No, man. I think there was another interview that he had, and he said, it's the same thing every time.
Really?
I'm closer to leaving now, and it's so and he set a deadline, I think. His agent set a deadline. If we don't get it the contract.
Wow.
So I don't know if they publicly said the deadline, but if they don't get it by this date, then it's over.
Dang.
Which is probably like next month, if I'm assuming.
Holy crap.
So
Wow.
yeah, man, let's see how it goes. But if we win the title this season, that would be a great send-off, really.
I would rather you guys
No.
win the title
No.
and he stays on like 3 more years than wins the title and leaves.
That's true.
Honestly.
I mean, I would love for him to stay. Imagine if we win the Champions League and the Premier League.
We need to see a couple more years of Salah versus Marmoush.
That would be actually awesome.
Like,
That's not the true. That's not the true competition. That's
give it a chance. No, it is a
Salah from 2018 versus Marmoush from 2024, 25.
It's a changing of the guard, man. You know, it's
Yeah.
like, you know, if you
The Prince versus the King.
they weren't, you know, they were on the same team, but I remember, you know, in basketball, not that I remember, I wasn't alive, but like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was the man for the Lakers, and then they drafted this kid from Michigan State named Irvin Johnson, and he became Magic Johnson, and they had the nice changing of the guard.
yeah.
I'd like to see that for our Egyptian brothers.
Okay.
Okay? So get it together, Liverpool. Stop pissing me off.
So you guys are all in agreement that we are likely to win the league.
Of course.
until now, yes. If you
course.
guys
Because you saw Arsenal's Moreno miracle.
if you guys drop points like for 2 more games,
Well, keep in mind the
No,
past 2 weeks
I'm
have
on
been
the-
unconvincing
I'm on the
wins.
of
and
course.
ties.
no, I agree.
I'm on the of course because
The
you guys
pressure.
are getting those scrappy wins, and at the same time, Arsenal didn't do anything in January to challenge you.
Yeah.
So to me, it's almost like you're gonna win it, and I'm not trying to like downplay the champion. It's still an amazing championship. You earned it, but it's almost like Arsenal let you have it, or not let you. I don't want to say it like that because you guys no Liverpool 100% earned it.
We've only lost
but
1 game.
but Arsenal didn't do enough to push you guys.
Yeah.
So should we move on to Arsenal?
Well, they
then?
have a very you guys have a difficult run in next
The next 3 games are Aston Villa, Man City,
Man City,
Newcastle.
Newcastle.
So we'll be hard.
The championship will be decided in these next 3 games.
I mean, it's
think
going to be a
very
big
close,
thing.
yeah.
If we drop points in these 3 weeks,
Most likely.
it's concerning. And
Yeah.
those are 3 top teams. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody's in form. I don't know about
Villa don't
Newcastle. Newcastle's, I
Aston Villa don't look that good, and we just took a dump on Newcastle.
don't know, man. Yeah, but Rashford looked great, and the team is scoring a lot of goals. What did they win last week?
You
They
want
won.
Aston Villa?
Aston Villa.
They tied.
Oh, was it a tie?
Yeah, 1-1.
Oh gosh, never mind. They're caca.
Aston Villa.
Maybe I'm just saying about all the players that they brought in. Like they have to be good. You can't bring that many players in and not be good.
If you
think
look at their Premier League form, 1-1 against Ipswich,
That's
lost
caca.
2-0 to Wolves, tied 1-1 with Aston Villa, who stink. Like they're not in the best form right now.
How do they have
they're right.
Rashford, Asensio, all these players on the bench, and they still tie against Ipswich 1-1?
Yeah, I think you guys will beat them. We have to do something. If we're gonna make the title interesting, we have to do something against you guys next week. Yeah,
I'm already calling it. Marmoush is going to get a goal.
that'd be so awesome.
I already have a feeling.
Yeah,
So should we switch to City?
sure.
Yeah?
Yeah. Switch to
So
City.
you're just going to skip over Arsenal? We can talk about
No, we'll
City.
do Arsenal last. We'll do
Okay.
Arsenal last.
I guess
Yeah.
let's zoom that.
City. I'll let you guys talk about Marmoush. I'm celebrating just for him.
I am so happy for Marmoush. I was screaming at the top of my lungs
Yeah.
when he got the first goal, the second goal.
I was very
third
happy
goal.
for him, too.
But
The chip was beautiful.
the chip was amazing. The goals were
taken.
such good quality goals. He is a goal scorer.
Yeah.
He was incredible.
That's what I said, man.
He's a perfect like.
He's a 25 goal scorer.
You know, I've been trying to kind of like do a little bit more, you know, because I'm a relatively new soccer fan, so I've been trying to do my research and go back in history and look at and see what I can fit where this guy fits in. And I looked at Arsenal's invincible season, and in the invincible season they played a 4-4-2 where they had kind of Thierry Henry as your front man, striker, winger, whatever, and then Bergkamp was kind of right 10, but kind of striker-ish. Marmoush, I'm not saying he's Bergkamp, but Marmoush is kind of like, he's not like a Holland, Harry Kane striker, but he's like the in-betweener striker, skillful number 10 that can also create goals. So it's really awesome, and I know I'm rambling a lot, but the thing that made me the happiest about that game wasn't even Marmoush. It was Kusanov and Nico Gonzalez. These 2 guys.
Were they good?
I was actually gonna. I have a controversial opinion.
Oh.
Well, I think Nico Gonzalez have a better start in Man City than Marmoush. Yeah, Marmoush had he scored the hat trick.
Oh, you like a debut?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and not even that. Even like in that game, Marmouche looked great.
Yeah.
But he seems like he's out of this place yet. Like the chemistry is not there just yet. Like it's not his
Marmouche.
best. Yeah, it's not his best game yet. But I love that.
There's more to come. That's the best part.
Yeah, there's definitely gonna be a lot. I think he's gonna improve a lot over Pep.
Yeah.
Under Pep, and
Dude, he's gonna be your top scorer. Like he's gonna be him and Holland top scorer.
the future is so bright.
It is.
For Man City. Like I'm already now like Savinho has developed like so much like since the beginning of the season.
That was a $25
insane.
million player.
Really?
Savinho.
Good scouts. man.
Savinho is great.
Good scouts.
Like I'm already seeing like next year when we have like we're gonna be back with the fast skilled wingers. Savinho on the right, Marmouche on the left.
That's what I'm saying, man.
And
It's a
then
dangerous wings.
And then you got Holland
this year, 'cause
and drop Foden as a 10.
Yeah. It's going to be unbelievable.
We're gonna be back.
I've heard, but you guys are wanting to get rid of Foden, Grealish, and
No photo.
who's the third player? Yeah, that's what I heard. There was transfer
There's
rumors.
no
of
way
that.
we can let Foden go.
There was several rumors. It wasn't like,
Grealish will be gone.
and De Bruyne is gonna leave. I'm assuming.
think-
Bruyne will be one more
They won't
year.
renew his contract.
Yeah, Gundogan is gonna leave too.
No, Gundogan's going to leave. I think De Bruyne is going to come back for one more year.
They shouldn't, man. He should
You know
go.
why he's going to come back for one more year?
Why?
Because we're going to buy his successor
So you want him under
this
his wing?
summer. And he's going to give you know who that
Florian-
successor is?
Florian
freaking Wirtz.
I
You
saw.
guys are not ready. This kid is unbelievable.
Yeah,
he's 21. He's already one of the best players in the world. Don't care what everybody
The
says.
future is so bright for
gonna be
Man
on our
City.
team next
Yeah.
year. Yeah.
And Kusanov, he looked really good in that game against Newcastle. It felt like such an easy win, and I feel like that has been the game, or that has been the case with Man City versus Newcastle games. I don't know how Arsenal struggle against this team, because Arsenal are probably like the
Newcastle?
Yeah, they always struggle against Newcastle.
Newcastle
like they lost to them twice in the cup,
I felt like
and
that.
they tied. Or actually, they lost in the first leg in the league too.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to that Newcastle team. I mean, they look like a whole another Newcastle
I
from
have,
3
I have
weeks
to
ago.
say, with Nico Gonzalez on the field, and it's not like he did anything unbelievable. He didn't have it like dribbled around, whatever. He didn't do anything like that. But I've never seen Man City so settled. Like they're so settled down and calm.
It's about this central.
They are
role.
not anxious. There's no anxiety. It was such a pleasure to watch.
It's the key to every Pep formation. Without this person that can does this job,
We can't say the same on Tuesday.
He's probably
on
like
Wednesday.
I don't know, Mikel Arteta.
You guys are going to have a controlled loss on Wednesday.
And then every single Kusanov game, he gives a shoulder. I don't know, what do you want to call it? Like a shoulder tackle?
Yeah.
A shoulder tackle
Nice.
that sends someone to oblivion. Okay? Like, it's the most beautiful thing.
It's like a Vidic.
We have been missing that. Okay, he is basically Otamendi with skill and pace. That's what he is.
He's very quick.
And that's all I've ever wanted of Man City, is a player like that.
I think
So,
we as City fans we deserved that game for so long because
yeah.
that was the normal. That
was the back
that
to-
was the normal.
Holland injury, huh?
No, he's back.
He's
We
back.
freaked out. I was screaming at the TV in the 78th minute when we were up 4-0 after
Sub him
our
out.
boy James McAtee got the fourth goal. I was like, what the heck is he still doing on the field? We have a game against Real Madrid, and then he goes down for the injury, and I'm cursing Pep in my head, but he was fine. He got up and walked off.
No, congrats to you guys. I'm
it
worried about.
was
Like
an
I said,
easy
I
game.
called it when he first came. This player Marmouche could get 20 plus goals next season, and you guys are going to be back into title races next season. So
You got to make sure you win it this year because it's done.
yeah, I'm enjoying this season, and I don't know how we're going to do without Salah next season against you guys, and hopefully you guys don't go on a run. But
That's why I want you guys to keep him. I don't want to just.
Get an easy
he's
win.
so clinical, guys.
Yeah.
so clinical,
Yeah, and I think
and speed and sharp. And
you know, Marmouche reminds me of like the first year of like the same. Like I don't know how to say, because like City players are programmed, you know. Like even Nico looked like he's a programmed player. Like,
Yeah,
playing
yeah,
for
yeah.
City.
Been there forever.
But Marmouche is like a piece like out of like he doesn't belong here,
Yeah.
which was good.
We
And
need
it-
that.
exactly,
Yeah.
and it reminds me of Salah's first season at Liverpool because like everyone was like Klopp was playing like with
Yeah.
a certain style, and then Salah just takes the ball and like just shoots. And then
whatever
he's
he
and then they're like,
And
Salah's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
who the hell is this player? What the hell is he
Yeah.
doing? So I think
funny.
it's good to see that.
What
in
are you
our
saying?
team
Egyptian
now.
players aren't coachable, Amir? Is that what you're saying?
It takes some time. It takes some time,
It's
which
true.
is good. Which
Yeah.
is it's good to see. I don't know. Do you want to talk about the Madrid game at all?
Sure.
You guys ready to lose?
I don't know.
I wish we didn't concede that 3-2 against
very
them.
disappointing.
I really feel like if we had Nico Gonzalez on the field, that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
But I think he should start. Marmoush should start.
Marmoush should start.
Yes.
We have a. It's not a big chance, but there is some chance with the way the team looked against Newcastle. If we go with a similar starting 11, there's a chance.
In this game, and I hope that's the same mentality that Pep is gonna do. But you go all in, or you just go home.
Yeah.
Like there is no point of like trying to play mental games or like manage the game in a certain way where you can control it, and then we're gonna try to attack in certain periods of the game. You go all in.
You go for it.
You go for it, or just go home.
What do you do about their left side, like Vinny or sometimes Mbappe? Who you're putting there?
I thought we played really good overall in the first leg, especially with what we were trying to do with Stones and Akanji's not there anymore. But we technically played with 5 defenders, and then Stones will come in as a central midfielder. At the beginning it didn't work out, but then we looked pretty good until we scored like the first goal, and then onto the second goal.
Yeah.
With Nico Gonzalez on, I think we're gonna look a lot like it's gonna be a solid formation. Like I think we're gonna be able to handle it for sure. It's just about this Real Madrid team. It's like
Where was Diaz?
Diaz was playing too.
No, I don't see him. Ruben Diaz didn't start that game.
In the Madrid game?
No, I was talking about Newcastle. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Is he injured?
He got a knock, I think.
No, I mean it was just we got to give him a.
He wasn't even on the bench.
I think he was being rested for this Real Madrid game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So who starts alongside him?
I think Stones is gonna play.
Yeah, Stones will play. I just don't know.
Do you guys
where.
prefer Stones, really?
I love Stones.
He is.
He loves Stones more than me.
Oh God. I have another controversial opinion about Stones.
Was he the best center back in the Premier League?
Well, for me, it's like Virgil van Dijk, and maybe
Stones?
Stones
No
is like
chance,
in a lower tier behind Virgil van Dijk.
Where does Saliba fall into that?
I think in the same.
No, dude.
Stones?
Yeah.
No chance, dude.
maybe-
Gabriel,
actually,
Van Dijk, Gabriel,
No,
Saliba.
I think I'll put Saliba and Gabriel right below Stones. Actually.
This is a Man City only.
I respect it. It's
Well,
a bit
I put
delusional, but I
Virgil
respect
van
it.
Dijk is up top, and then Ruben Dias and Stones.
Stones is not that good, dude.
He is.
No, he's very good.
The quality of the ball that he plays is crazy.
No, but ball. We're not talking about ball. We're talking about like coming. He made some mistakes.
In defense, well,
Didn't he make
I'm
some
talking
mistakes
about a
last-
ball-playing defender.
Oh, if we're talking purely as a ball-playing defender, he's better than Saliba.
Van Dijk is still better.
I don't even know if he
Because we're not a defensive
If we're just
team.
if we're just talking about like ball-playing ability, he might even be better than Van Dijk.
I'm thinking like we're not a defending team.
Like with the ball.
Most of the time we're an attacking team. So for my team,
He's
and Virgil van Dijk is a really good ball defender, ball-playing defender too.
Yeah.
Like he
will run up with the ball.
Yeah. He's really good. Sorry, that's maybe I confused things, but
that is it's still a bit controversial, but
Yeah.
I respect it. I respect it. Can you give me starting 11 for this team that you put against Real Madrid, please?
Ederson,
Okay.
the back four is gonna be a tough one.
All right, give me your formation first.
4-4-3.
4-4-3. Okay.
Yeah. Wait, 4-3-3.
4-3-3.
4-3-3.
Yeah,
4-4-3.
Ederson is gonna come in.
Yeah. All right, 4-3-3.
Ederson, Stones, Diaz, Ake, Gvardiol,
In that
Stones left back.
the right back.
Stones right back.
Stones.
Yeah.
Guardiola
Diaz.
left back. Center backs are Ake and Diaz.
Ake, Diaz,
Yeah,
and
okay.
then Nico
Ake.
Gonzalez,
Yeah.
Foden, Bernardo Silva,
Yeah.
and then I'll put Marmoush, Haaland, and Savinho.
Oh wait, so you only have one holding midfielder?
Yeah, it's Nico.
Yeah, and
Is that really how he'll play, Pep? So he's gonna
that's
bench.
the pivot.
He's gonna bench Gundogan and
But I think
Kovacic and.
I would love
I think-
to not
think-
see Gundogan or Kovacic on the field. Please.
But I think what he's saying is that when we have the ball, Stones' pivot is inverting forward.
Yeah.
So we have two holding midfielders when we have the
And
ball.
Savinho is really good. Savinho actually defended really good against Vinicius and Rodrigo.
Yeah.
So he can track back a lot of the times and actually help too in that role.
Yeah.
But that would be my starting lineup. I don't know if you would change anything.
Mine is close. I think I sent it to you guys already, but it would be a 4-1. What is it? 4-1-3-1? Count that. That's 8 players. No. 4-1-4-1. Yeah. 4-1-4-1. I would have Stones as my right back. I'd have Kusanov and Diaz, whichever one's more comfortable on the left side or on the right side. I think Kusanov's probably more comfortable on the right side. So Stones, Kusanov, Diaz, Gvardiol, Nico Gonzalez holding midfielder, and then the 4 up front there. I'd have Savini on the right, Marmoush on the left, Kevin De Bruyne in the middle, Bernardo in the middle because you can't not have Bernardo on the team, Holland up front.
I don't see.
I need Kevin in the game.
I cannot see Kevin playing.
I hope Kevin doesn't play for your sake.
Why?
He's off the pace, man.
What?
I don't think Kevin can play in this game. It's such a
need him in the
physical game.
He's not.
We
He's
need to
going to
go
be
score.
miles behind
Yeah.
Real
We
Madrid.
need to go score. I
Exactly.
need him in the game.
You need more.
Physically, he's not there anymore.
You need more dynamic player.
You need
Kevin,
athleticism against Real Madrid.
Yeah, and Kevin is great. Like from a if
We
we're
need to go
playing
score a goal, dude.
You need athleticism. You need players
You
that
need
will
players
run
that
against
will-
all these fit Real Madrid players.
So who you'd rather have Foden is the athleticism that you need?
I think
Yeah.
What are you guys talking about?
You
Foden?
think-
Foden
You think
is a-
athleticism?
talking about speed, pace, energy, stamina.
Foden right now is a better ball carrying player. Like he's gonna open space for you than Kevin.
I disagree.
A
I couldn't disagree
pass, like it's so easy to think that Kevin can make the pass, but when your players are already marked like man to man, like there's no one to pass it to him. You need that player to actually run through the space to attract another player to open up for other players. Kevin, with like one or two tackles, he will be out of the game already.
If we're talking about physicality wise, there's a huge gap between Kevin and Foden.
I'm talking about athleticism, not physicality.
Well, we need physicality, like
Stamina.
They got Kamavinga and Jude Bellingham in their midfield. Like we need guys, like if you're gonna have Nico is great, but if you're gonna have Bernardo and Foden as your 2 midfielders ahead of Nico, they're gonna get the crap beaten out of them.
Well, you think
They're gonna get the crap
Bernardo is not really like an attacking player either.
No, I know he's feisty, but I'm
Yeah.
saying just like there's a presence about Kevin, man. He's feistier than Foden is.
He comes on later on, 60th minute.
I did not see it in the first leg.
Yeah, I think I mentioned this already, but I rewatched that game, and people were talking about like he got tired, he got gassed, he's washed. Well,
Yeah.
he's not washed, bro. I really don't think he's washed. I think that the role that he was asked to do in that game was stupid. Pep is telling him to do all these marmouche runs, breaking the line, and he's doing. I saw Kevin do like 20 sprints in that game. But you know what's the problem with him doing 20 sprints a game? First of all, he is older. He's not the player that can do that. Secondly, we don't have anybody on their team that can deliver him a ball. He did 20 sprints for nothing. For absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
It was just cardio for him.
Just ghost runs, yeah.
So I don't know why he was doing that. Maybe it was him going against Pep's wishes and trying to influence the game by doing. It's like, Kevin, I need you to sit back. I need Marmouche to go do that. So my thinking is, if we start Marmouche in this, because he didn't start in the first leg, if we start Marmouche in this game, Kevin is going to find him with those balls. And we saw in the first leg those like I know it's not our style, Amir, but those like
Long balls.
those like deep over breaking. I don't know how they call them, like breaking line balls over the defense. Real Madrid is so vulnerable to them because their back four sucks, because it's like a makeshift back four right now. So if you ask me, I need Kevin in there for 60 to 70 minutes to see if he can deliver a couple of those passes to Holland and Marmouche, and then you can put in Foden after that.
But you know who's a better player that can do this pass?
Who?
Ederson.
Yeah, Ederson actually is really good at it too.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
When you rely on Kevin to deliver these balls, Real Madrid already know what to expect. But when you have Ederson, who is an unmarked person,
Catches them
delivering
off guard.
these
That's true.
balls,
That's true. Yeah.
you give Haaland a chance to attract another defender with you.
Yeah.
There isn't like an outfield player that is already like reacting to something or being pressed.
Yeah.
Ederson is already taking all that pressure and delivers that ball from Marmouche, like the first goal we saw.
Fair enough. Yeah.
That's why I think Kevin has no place in this Madrid game, in my opinion.
Even if he can't do those passes, like all the creation that he does beyond that, I just think he's a different level to Foden in that regard. You know, so
Yeah, I feel like we need more dynamic players.
all right, boys, let's get into Arsenal. You ready to talk about these Gunners?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not.
Our competitors, huh?
All right, they won 2-0 against Leicester.
They won 0-0 and then got 2 goals That's how
That's
I'm
how
saying
you win
it.
2-0, Max.
No, dude.
That's what 2-0
Those are
is.
kofta, bro.
Kofta team.
Are they
Michael
kofta?
Moreno as a striker,
It was
a
awesome.
center mid.
It was actually pretty awesome to see. I'm not gonna lie.
Guys,
He played
we're
great,
talking about a
you
team
know.
that spent 650 million, euros, pounds, or whatever.
Is that net or just spend?
I th-
That can't be net, right? That'd be crazy.
I think that's net.
In the last 5 years, they've net spent
Yeah.
650.
Yeah, they've
Holy
been
crap.
high spenders. Yeah,
That's a lot of money.
I have two takeaways from this game, if I
Yeah.
can start. Before he came on, because he came on, the 69th minute.
Yeah.
The team had zero creativity, zero chances. It was horrible. Sterling,
It was tough.
he's
to
not
watch.
a Premier League player anymore.
It was really
like,
tough.
Yeah.
This is a player, he's only 30, guys.
Yeah.
I was watching this like, is this the same player that I saw 3 years ago? I have no idea how much of a dip you can get from 3 years. Like,
yeah.
he's a Saudi player.
Do you remember I told you guys I think he had there's a rumor that he has a chronic knee problem. I really think it's
He
starting
definitely,
to catch up to him.
I
at
could
this point.
tell that like the speed is so deteriorated, which is surprising because Salah is 32 and he's still just as fast. So like, I don't know if we can use age as a really big thing. Like,
No, I think it's the injury.
an
It's
an
a
injury,
chronic
I guess.
injury. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
man, he offered zero on the left.
Yeah.
And
It's tough to
Michael
watch.
Moreno, he came on, and it was simple goals, but like, it was so. I watched the whole game. It was so refreshing to see that because they had nothing for the whole hour. So
Are you trying to say that Kai Havertz would have missed these goals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah. I mean, Michael Moreno was. I think he was in a position that he's never been in. The second goal was a poacher. I mean, he was right in the right spot in the right time, and the first goal was beautiful. I mean, he's good, man.
Dude,
He's gonna play striker.
again, it's still so frustrating. I'm so frustrated with this team because that was their year. Now they came to the winter,
It's not their year,
like
man.
the transfer window,
They're caca.
without buying a striker, and now they're out with no attacking options out there. That they're playing Mikel Merino as a striker.
It was crazy because
So annoying.
Ethan Waneri was their most threatening player, by the way.
Yeah. So we knew we sound like broken records, right? But we knew going into the season that they needed help up front, whether it was cover for Saka or striker.
Yeah.
They didn't get anyone in the summer. Okay. Then Saka gets injured and Gabriel Jesus gets injured, basically both out for the season. Then the January window opens. So then we're thinking, okay, they already were short in the attack. Then they lost two attackers, one of them being their best player. Surely they will get someone now. They don't get anyone. And then what happens after the window closes? They go to Dubai, they lose Martinelli for a month, and they lose Kai Havertz for the season.
For the season.
So they lost two more attackers. We are now in like DEFCON 5 with this attack on this team to the point where they're talking about Diego Costa
Yeah, I saw that.
as a free agent.
He's a free agent.
And
yeah.
Ben Yedder, some guy that he's got some allegations that he's got to overcome before he's even eligible to play.
That's crazy.
This is where Arsenal football, a team that is second place in the Premier League, this is where they're at. It's unbelievable. But go
the
ahead.
team without Saka is the only player. I mean, I watched the whole game. Saka is the only player other than Waneri, let's say, that they're missing a player that takes the ball, that actually darts, creates stuff. All the players are just passing. There's no creativity. Literally, it's all coming from Waneri.
Yeah.
And while we're on the topic, Odegaard is not good enough. Like, I'm just going to drop that out here. Odegaard is not good enough as a creative player. He's a center mid at best. His finishing is khara. And this is a player that we're talking about. He's second to Saka and like the most important player in the team. I'm so disappointed from Odegaard watching the games because I see poor finishing. I see not enough creativity. And that's my rant. But
you would think he should step it up, but without Saka, we've seen like a dip in form for Odegaard too.
They definitely needed each other. I mean, Saka at the
Yeah.
beginning of the season, when Odegaard was out, wasn't really good either because I knew because he was on my fantasy team. So they definitely needed each other. The Odegaard thing, I have a solution for the problem. I think it's going to hurt in the short term, but long term, I have to say, I don't really see much of a captain in him. Gabriel Magalhaes should be the captain of this team. Like,
You know,
that
I
dude
agree
looks
with
like he
that.
bleeds Arsenal
I agree
and
with that.
through. So but that would be super awkward to do, is like change the captaincy from
Yeah.
Odegaard to Gabriel. But I think it would change something in the long term that would be in the better. But speaking about this game specifically, I have to say Michael Merino is like a true baller. And the reason why I say that is because he's a midfielder. I don't know if you guys remember, he scored that header goal in the Euros that helped Spain. Like,
Yeah.
So the reason why I say I think he's a baller is because I saw when Ethan Nwaneri crossed that ball in for that first goal,
Yes.
he checked his run
Yeah.
to make sure he was onside and then got in position to head that ball. Like the football IQ to put yourself in position, even though I'm a midfielder, I'm putting myself in position as a striker to get on this ball. That's a guy that's like, he's not a player that this is a footballer, like a guy
that second goal too, like his positioning.
the
was
finishing
perfect.
was amazing on that.
And the finishing, that's not an
that's
easy
a striker
finish.
finish.
That's not an
That's
easy
not an
finish.
easy finish at all.
That's not an easy finish at all. So that's what I'm saying. Like the fact that this guy has like striker skills and striker IQ and somewhat striker finishing ability, he's a baller, man. I think he's going to be a big player for them.
So is he their new striker?
Yeah.
Is he going to actually? I know he came on as a sub, but is he actually going to start as striker in the next game?
Yes.
I don't see why not.
You have to.
I just imagine.
Did you see Trossard as the?
He was not good at all.
When they put on Marino, they moved Trossard off the middle and put him on the left.
Trossard's out
and
of
Trossard
form.
got an assist immediately.
Yeah.
He got the assist for Marino.
He's not playing good as a
pretty
striker.
quickly. Like Trossard is, first of all, Trossard is not, in my opinion, he's never your starter. He's the guy he's your 12th man off the bench.
I agree.
But now you don't have a choice. But he's much better on the left wing. Obviously, you guys have heard me talk about Nwaneri a million times on the right wing.
Nwaneri has to start every game until injuries come back because he's their best player.
Dude, have you guys
Good call on Nwaneri.
When's the last?
Yeah,
the beginning
good call.
of
I'm
the
not trying to
season.
like toot my own horn, but when is the last time we saw a 17-year-old kid come onto the scene in the Premier League like this?
Rashford probably.
I'm thinking of like
Even
Wayne Rooney,
Bukayo Saka was like that too.
but Bukayo Saka when he was 17, he was playing left back.
That's true.
Like it took him a while.
I don't know, Rashford was the one
19.
He
that
was introduced as a left back. that's
Yeah.
true.
I'm thinking like Wayne Rooney when he was like 16 is like the only thing I
That's
can
true.
think of.
I didn't even live that generation. But yeah.
That's just so crazy to me what this kid is doing.
Yeah.
And he's like so mature.
He's a gym. He's a gym.
And when you notice, I'm sure guys noticed when you watch the game, every time he got the ball, the team they're playing against was like, they like put two guys on him. They're like anxious about what he's going to do. Then the ball gets recycled to somebody else. They don't care.
Yeah.
They're
You know
giving
what?
him space.
I'd love to see either
fear him.
he transitions to the left wing and Saka stays on the right, but both of them starting at one point.
It's going to be a problem.
Ahead of Martinelli, because honestly, I'm done with Martinelli.
could-
Is there going to be a problem on their hands if they got two studs? Right winger, are there going to be a problem on their hands?
Nwaneri should not be benched. One of them needs to be transitioned to the other wing and bench. Martinelli's done. I mean, he's all right, but honestly, at this point, Nwaneri's better.
If it were me, Nwaneri, I agree with your take on Odegaard. I think I'd move him from the 10 to the 8. I'd move him back a bit, and then have Nwaneri play that 10 and Saka play on the right wing. That's probably my
So pair Odegaard and Nwaneri. I think that's a good.
The only problem with that is Odegaard and Saka really do have good chemistry with one another, and you're kind of getting rid of
you
that.
have to keep that triangle between Ben White or Timber, Odegaard and Saka because it's very effective. Yeah.
But man, Nwaneri, you can't. I agree with you, Max. You can't take him off the field, especially now. But even like before all this injuries that they've had, you can't take him off the field. He's too good.
Do you guys think they'll be able to sustain a title run? I don't know what to say.
No.
Title fight?
No.
With these injuries? I know they got the win in this game, but really, are they going to be able to do that every week, guys?
No.
Is Moreno really going to be able to provide them the coverage for Havertz until the end of the season with goals?
That's the thing. I don't think it makes that difference anyway.
Yeah.
Like with having Havertz or without having Havertz, or even with Gabriel Martinelli or not. Maybe Bukayo Saka it will have an impact on them. But right now, they beat us 5-1 without Bukayo Saka.
Yeah.
And I feel like that injected life into their title race.
Yeah. But that was also with Havertz and Martinelli. Right?
It doesn't matter. I really don't think they add anything to the team. Like, you have players that could do the same job.
I think they have a good. I mean, they're second in the league. They're a very good team. I think they're good enough to have wins like that here and there. But I think
they're fighters.
They're definitely fighters. But I think at the end of the day, if you're going to actually challenge Liverpool and Liverpool have a beast in Mohamed Salah. You just can't do anything about that unless you have a guy that can chip in like that. So
again, until like the next 3 games, like we'll see what's gonna happen with Liverpool.
And Arsenal have, after West Ham, Nottingham, Manchester, and Chelsea back to back.
These are 3 easy
Manchester
games.
United. Well, I don't know. Sometimes I
those
say they're
sounded
easy,
tough
but
a month ago.
Yeah.
that's true. But sometimes when a really crappy team like Manchester United could go to Arsenal, and even though they're crappy, just because they're Manchester United,
They'll get up for the game.
you know what I mean? So sometimes that happens. I don't know.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
wouldn't
He's
be
right. I mean,
surprised.
Man United got up against us.
And they
have
got up against
sucked
Liverpool. They
for 2
tied-
months,
they
and they
tied
got
with
up
Liverpool.
Against, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
so sometimes it happens. Just the big name, the history of it brings the players out like, oh, maybe I should show up for once. You know, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's true.
let's see how it goes.
Yeah, I think Moreno will score some goals for them, but I don't know if it'll be enough to make a difference in terms of what's going to happen with the Premiership.
Agreed.
Yeah. All right, guys, we did all 6 teams. Let's take a little break, and when we get back, we'll do predictions for round 26. All right, guys, let's update the scoreboard. It's been a minute. You guys ready to hear these numbers?
I'm first, right?
You are first.
Oh,
You have 117 points. You got plus 10 from the last week.
Oh,
You had a big week, dude.
dude, nice.
Amir, plus 10.
Oh,
Also, 103.
oh,
And then I got plus 6. I'm at 113. So we're all like right in the mix,
dang, man, this is a good title race.
Yeah, I feel like I have to actually start trying against you guys now because it's just
wonder
getting
what
too
games
close
I
for my
got right.
liking. You
I'm
know?
gonna have to
I
check.
know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus,
All right,
liking it.
I'm gonna start trying today
Yeah,
with round 26. How about that, boys?
Show us.
let's do it.
All right. First game. Let's start with the first game. Friday, February 21st at 3 p.m. We have Leicester versus Brentford. Max, what do you think, bro?
I will go Brentford with the win. Not convincing though. I'm gonna say 1-0.
1-0. Okay.
I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna say Leicester 1-0.
Wow, that's surprising.
Okay.
I think it'll be a somewhat comfortable win for Brentford. 2-0. I think 2-0.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. Shade is going to get another goal, and my guy Mbuemo is going to get a goal as well.
it is good. Yeah.
All right.
We
Saturday, February 22nd, 7:30 a.m. Everton is playing Man United. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, Everton's going to win
dude for sure.
2-1.
David Moyes though, didn't he?
Moyes.
He coached Manchester, right?
He coached Man United
right
after
after,
Fergie,
And
So this is-
he got fired.
and he got fired.
So this is gonna be a little weird, huh?
It's going to be awesome. He also used to coach Everton. It's like the David Moyes Bowl or something.
Yeah.
Amir, what do you think?
I think I want to predict a tie. I would say 1-1.
1-1. Okay. Max? He knows Everton's going to win too, dude.
No, I know. I want Everton to win, and I think they will. But Manchester United's like they have a knack of winning these kind of games. But I'm still gonna go with my gut. Everton 2-1.
Everton 2-1. All right, so you just
Even
your,
though
your gut is copying my score.
But I have a feeling Manchester United will get a thorough win 1-0 or something like that.
no way.
No way.
Dude,
way.
they do this.
I wouldn't even trust Manchester United to beat Southampton.
I saw a
this
guy
kind of stuff.
say that Amarim has had 14 matches and he's gotten 14 points from 14 matches, and Moise in 6 matches got 13 points.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
So maybe they should have rehired.
So
David Moyes.
Everton's gotten a real manager bounce.
I really feel bad for this guy,
Which guy?
Amarim.
Hey man,
But it was his.
he got a big salary raise, so I think he's fine.
It was his decision.
It's just like the Graham Potter thing. Like, you can't turn down one of the biggest clubs in the world.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
watching him on the touchline makes me sad, dude. He's always looking down,
Watching
scratching his
them-
I mean, when you
head.
see his bank account, don't be sad.
Watching them play football
Yeah.
makes me
That's
happy.
true.
Makes me happy.
Okay.
All right. Sorry. All right. Bournemouth versus Wolves. Max. What do you think, dude?
Bournemouth with the win. I'm gonna go. I don't know if they'll keep the clean sheet. I'm gonna go with the clean sheet. Nah, 2-1. I can't do clean sheet. Cunha's on fire.
Cunha's freaking amazing.
Yeah. I would say Bournemouth 3-1.
3-1.
They've been on fire. 5th place?
Yeah, man, they're fantastic. Yeah. Wow, 1 point behind you guys.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
This feels like a high-scoring game to me.
I
don't know
almost
why.
said 7-1, but yeah.
I'll say like 3-2. 3-2.
That seems good, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Arsenal versus West Ham. West Ham. We keep talking about Man United and Tottenham and all
West
these
Ham
bad
is
teams.
disgusting.
West Ham is really bad. They're 16th.
Yeah.
So I think Arsenal's going to win this game. I think they're going to win it kind of comfortably too. I think I just picked up Evan Ferguson from West Ham though, so I need him to score a goal for me.
I was going to pick
I'll say 2-1 Arsenal.
2-1?
Yeah, I think it should be 2-0 Arsenal, honestly. But I'm just going to say 2-1 in the hopes that Evan Ferguson scores a goal for me. What do you think, Amir?
3-0 Arsenal.
Sounds about right.
1-0 Arsenal.
Also sounds about right.
Mikel Marino? Another header.
Winieri.
All right.
Who's taking a penalty of Arsenal?
Odegaard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Forget
yeah.
about
All right. Fulham versus Crystal Palace. Max.
Mateta. Yeah, it's got
He's
to
in
be.
form right now, huh?
It's got to be. Fulham is out of form. Well, actually, Fulham has won, haven't they? You know what? I'm going to go 1-1.
Dang it.
That was my prediction.
Mine too.
It
Should we
seems like a
all-
1-1 kind of
Should we all go 1-1 on this?
1-1.
We're all going to go.
I've never seen a more 1-1 game than this game.
We're all going to be
Like,
wrong.
if it doesn't be 1-1, then I don't know anything.
We'll share the points.
Yeah.
We'll share the points.
Dang it, man. All right. Now, this one's going to be interesting, I have to say. Ipswich versus Tottenham.
Well, we count Liam Delap's goal, and then we predict
Did
after.
you see his goal in the last match?
It was really
He's
good.
a really good finisher, bro.
He is.
Yeah.
He's
Why do you
scoring a
guys
goal
get
in
rid
this
of
game.
these studs?
I don't know.
What do you guys just don't have space?
I think he was as tall as Holland.
Do you remember when we were
Yeah,
when we
too tall.
we were talking about Liam Del when we were this is before the Holland days,
Yeah.
and we were playing as like Bernardo Silva as a striker or whatever.
Yeah.
We were like, dude, why don't we bring this guy from our academy, Liam Delap? At least he's tall. Let's give him a chance. And now look at what this kid is doing.
You guys get rid of them. I don't understand.
Unbelievable. All right, Ipswich versus Tottenham. I think Tottenham is gonna. I think they're gonna win the game. Jeez, they're starting to get their groove back. 3-1, 3-1 Tottenham.
Okay.
Amir, I don't feel good about 3-1.
3-1.
Yeah, I don't feel good about it, but it's in.
I'm going to say 4-1.
Wow.
Tottenham.
Dang, man.
Yeah.
All right, Max.
2-0. I think with Vicario back,
Clean sheet?
I do think they will keep a clean sheet. With Vicario back, I'm going to say 2-0.
I'm going to give you a chance to change that if you want.
I'm not.
Okay.
Sticking with 2-0.
Really?
I do. I think they're... Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Ipswich is as threatening as you guys think. Yeah, Delap
He's a solid keeper, but he's not like the best keeper in the world.
I don't know, but I think it's such a recharge.
Yeah.
All right, Southampton versus Brighton.
That's a
Southampton is
disgusting
hosting.
game.
What do you think, Max?
I'm
got?
going to go Brighton wins.
Yeah.
Brighton has not been that best this season, but you know what? I'm going to go with Brighton 3-1.
Southampton is scrappy enough to get a goal.
Yeah.
They have shown their, What do you think?
5-2.
5-2.
You know, I'm more surprised that you're expecting Southampton to get a second goal, to be honest, than Brighton getting
It
5.
just feels like a game that
Yeah.
they're gonna get a second
That's
goal.
funny.
I'm losing all 10 points in this round. I'm not even trying.
Matoma hat trick. That's what he's
I'm
doing.
not even trying.
Thomas' goal was unbelievable. I need to
Yeah.
see more of that, man.
Yeah.
He's like not a
He needs a better team around him, man.
he's not like a great fantasy player in terms of production, but like when he produces, it's some of the most beautiful goals and assists you've ever seen in your
like
life.
he's a
It's so
left wing.
bizarre.
You know, he's
Yeah.
like your administrative person. Like he would get the job done.
Yeah.
But like it won't blow your mind. But
Right.
like, wow. Like
Yeah.
what?
Thank you. Good job.
I don't know why. Sorry, I had a little explosion.
Why?
What if Arsenal picked him up for the left wing?
It'd be great for them.
Him on. I hope Liverpool.
You know, him
does,
and Tomiyasu would have great chemistry.
That's true.
It's Tomiyasu.
Tomiyasu.
He's still at Arsenal.
But yeah, that's all from.
Yeah, all right, let me predict this game, man. All right. Southampton versus Brighton. I've basically just been delaying because I don't know what to put. Yeah, I like 3-1-2, to be honest with you. I like
Yeah.
They're scrappy. Southampton will get a goal. And Brighton's defense isn't that good either.
That's why I said 2. 5-2.
Yeah. All right, 12:30 p.m. What is this kind of?
That's a nasty game.
This is like the second
Derby.
tier
Actually, that's
game
gonna
of
be
the
a
week.
fun game to watch.
The
know,
Coca London
We
Derby.
got Aston Villa versus Chelsea. Aston Villa hasn't been that good recently, though. This feels like a tie to me. I'm going to say 1-1. Amir.
3-1 Aston Villa.
Wow. I'd love to see that. That'd be great.
2-1 Aston Villa.
Okay.
Rashford gets his first goal.
I think he secretly loves Rashford.
I think so. Would you take him in Liverpool?
Yeah.
Wow. You would let Darwin Núñez?
Oh, not as a starter, but as a bench warmer, yeah.
As a bench warmer. All right, Sunday, February 23rd, 9 a.m. We have Newcastle versus Nottingham.
Big game.
That's a good one.
Big game, Max.
Dude, I don't know what's up with Nottingham winning games like crazy and then losing. How do you win 7-0 against Brighton and then lose 2-1 at Fulham? I mean, what? I'm so
Wait,
confused.
is that part of the trilogy with the Brighton, Newcastle?
Well, they lost 5-0
beating
against Bournemouth,
Nottingham.
1-7.
The
I don't
Nottingham
know about
beating...
I know the Brighton, Bournemouth, and...
Oh, yeah. So it's
who's the
a
other?
square. It's a four-corner.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm going to go Nottingham win, though. I will be crazy.
Nottingham win?
Really? St. James's Park, huh?
2-1 Nottingham.
All right.
I'm going for it.
What do you think, Amir?
I'm going to say 1-1.
1-1.
And
Yeah,
City...
I did have a draw in my head, but
We're going to predict the City game, and then City are going to be back in
for third,
third place.
Yeah.
This is tough, man, because I think Nottingham...
is.
Doesn't Nottingham play Arsenal right after this one, too? They'll, like,
Do they?
follow
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe,
Wednesday,
yeah.
3 days. Wow, that's a trap
tough
game.
stretch for them, man.
And we... Oh, God.
I don't think...
Spurs.
I have to be honest, because it's such a tough stretch for Nottingham, I don't know if they have the balls to really see out wins left and right. I think they'll be happy with a draw here.
Newcastle just lost 4-0.
4-0,
You think they're
yeah.
going to bounce back, or are they going
I
to?
think they'll bounce back. I think... But it's hard for me to predict a loss for Nottingham, too. I think they'll bounce back. I think we'll see a tie here.
That's
what I
I'm,
said.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did. You have 1-1. All right, I'm just going to put 2-2 to be different then.
All right.
All right. The big one.
Wow.
11:30 a.m., Man City versus Liverpool.
Oh man.
These games always, I have to be honest, like I want Man City to win, obviously, but it's like my heart versus my brain. I know what's going to happen. It's going to be a tie because we always tie with you guys, basically. So I'm going to predict a 2-2 tie. Amir. Although I'm going to hope it's a 3-2 win.
Do you want to go first, Max?
No, you go because you look like you're about to say something crazy. You're cooking.
I'm going to say 2-1 Man City.
I don't think that's crazy. I really don't. You guys have
We're playing at
You guys have
home.
been play. You guys have played. I saw someone say they had a 15-day stretch where you're playing 5 games in 15 days.
That's what I'm saying. It's
We could get a
ridiculous.
win against you guys.
But we're also playing... So we're going to come back from the Madrid game. We're playing on a Wednesday.
Rejuvenated.
And then we
And we play on Wednesday too.
And we play
screw you
Liverpool
guys.
on Sunday. Then we play again on Wednesday. We play Spurs.
Well, you know we're going to lose to Spurs. We'll beat them then.
Well, we have the same schedule.
No.
We play Newcastle on Wednesday, and we play tomorrow.
Is that Newcastle game
Yeah.
in St. James Park?
No, it's at home.
You lucky gizm.
Yeah.
Jesus. All right.
My score prediction:
Yeah.
Liverpool 2-1. This will be the decider that we will
At the Etihad.
that we will win the Premier League.
Why
At
do
the
you think
Etihad.
that's a decider? Because Man City are not in the title race.
I think
Yeah.
that this is a point to prove.
Pressure's for you guys. It's not for us.
So do you admit that Man City is a big club?
No, but I admit that we have to. I mean, there's not many teams left that we have to beat.
Yeah.
You know, I don't go to Manchester
guys-
United and say this is a must-win game.
You guys haven't played Arsenal yet. Second leg.
Yeah, we have to win them, but
Yeah.
I think we have to prove. Like we have not prove, but we have to beat you guys. We have to get all 3 points. We can't be dropping points
You
against
can
City.
say that all you want, but we're getting revenge against you
I
guys.
think so.
Yeah.
I feel it.
We're getting revenge because you guys beat us in the first leg.
And Marmoush is not going to get any goal.
After we qualify.
I don't care
against
who
Real Madrid.
scores. We're just going to beat you guys, though. Even though I predicted a tie.
No, you guys will get a stupid Gvardiol goal or something, and then we will get 2 goals. Salah will get a goal. I can tell you that. And Jota probably. Yeah. So
Jota.
yeah.
Or he breaks another rib.
Oh no, hopefully not. 2-1.
I don't wish injury
I'm
on
predicting
anyone.
it.
All right, fair enough. We did it, boys. You guys got anything else before we shut it down?
Good luck to Liverpool. I was about to say good luck to City, but yeah, I hope you guys lose against Real Madrid tomorrow. Good luck with that,
Why?
because I don't.
Real
like
Madrid
either
own you
team.
guys in this tournament. Don't you want us to beat them for you?
Well,
I
they
hate
just
both
beat them.
teams.
Huh?
They just beat them too.
Did we
When?
beat them? We beat. Yeah, like
You
2
guys
weeks.
beat them 2-0.
Yeah, 1 month ago. Yeah.
All right.
They're not the same. I hate both teams. I would rather get rid of City because they're. I feel like you guys are more threatening now with Marmoush.
We're at,
He's right. We are more threatening, but it's because of Kusanov.
Well, we have a brighter future because while we rebuild our team again around youngsters and top talent, they're losing their top talent.
Yeah.
Next year. So
Florian Wirtz is on his
You're gonna
way.
be stuck with Darwin Nunez. You're gonna be stuck with
Tiffin Bo-
Luis Diaz.
Yep.
Half of them are
We're
going
gonna
to
get Florian Wirtz. Okay. Andrea Cambiaso. Okay. Or Jeremy Frimpong. Okay. So enjoy.
Oh,
Enjoy.
Let's see how it
Enjoy
goes
the year.
next season, boys.
Yeah.
And we'll have cameras here to prove, to have our facial reactions as I celebrate a fantastic contract renewal for Salah and a bunch of transfers.
I'm actually rooting for that too.
I'll
So
be
I don't
happy
know.
for you guys.
Yeah. Well, we're not vengeful. We want the league to be competitive. We don't want
Yeah,
Kofta leagues.
Yeah.
Okay?
I agree.
We don't
I
need
agree.
another French
Yeah.
league or something. All right. All right, boys. Shout out to DJ Mustry for making the music for this.
My boy.
Thank you guys for tuning in and listening. Hope you guys have a good one.
Hey, guys.